Hey everyone, here's your cheat sheet to the presidential candidates' wives. Joanne, you ready?
Let's go.
Let's focus on the basics. Ann Romney, 5 children, 16 grandchildren. Michelle Obama, 2 children. But there's a Harvard connection between these women. Ann Romney started at Brigham Young University, but got her degree going to night school at Harvard. Michelle Obama, Princeton undergraduate, got her law degree from Harvard. Ann Romney, pretty much a stay-at-home mom throughout most of her career, and Michelle Obama, a working mom who started as a lawyer.
And they both have something in common. They're taking to the world of social media, but in slightly different ways. Ann Romney is really building a Pinterest page, which is all the new craze on social media with pinning pictures and things you like. Michelle Obama hasn't really gotten into that yet, although her husband has for the campaign. As for Twitter and Facebook, they both are on both of those major social media outlets, although Michelle Obama has about 7 million likes and friends, and Ann Romney, not quite so many. But they're trying to engage with voters in the whole world of social media.
And then about the issues, Ann Romney, many people might not know, diagnosed with MS back in 1998, says she would raise awareness for that disease. Also a focus on at-risk youth, important to her. Michelle Obama, we know, Let's Move, combating childhood obesity, and her other key issue, raising awareness of military families and their loved ones.
And then another lighter topic we can talk about is food. What kind of foods do they like, or do they like to make for their families? Ann Romney has talked a lot about recently how she likes to make Mitt's favorite food, meatloaf cakes, which I always thought were meatballs, but apparently that's a Romney family favorite. As for Michelle, on the record, her favorite meal is steak and salad, but we know as she's talked about things that she really does love her burgers and fries.
And she's right, especially loves those French fries.
Yes, so do I.
So then let's talk about, me too, let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses for these two really accomplished women. Strengths, Ann Romney, viewed as more authentic, warmer, more down-to-earth than her husband, believe that she can really connect with women voters in a way that he has not been able to. Also, her campaign aides and her own children call her the Mitt stabilizer. They say that Mitt Romney is a much better candidate, more calm when his wife is around. Michelle Obama, pretty much similar strengths, right? She's viewed as someone who can really humanize President Obama, make voters realize why they fell in love with him in the first place 4 years ago. And so you are likely to see both women out there trying to woo women voters and other important constituents for their husbands.
And as for weaknesses, of course, because they're trying to woo voters for their husbands, they don't really talk about them very much. But if you really had to dig a little bit and find some, I would say Ann Romney's weakness is she recently talked about how she doesn't consider herself to be wealthy. And we know that the Romneys are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and maybe it's better for her to talk about that in a way that they're fortunate as a family to have been able to have so much to support themselves. And with Michelle Obama, it's hard also, but if we believe some of the accounts in the book, The Obamas, we know that sometimes she has a little bit of a temper when she's dealing with various issues in the White House. So that's just something she's going to have to watch on the campaign trail.
And both would be equally fun to cover.
I think so.